Today we're going to be doing abstract art. So with our art, we're basically focusing on shapes and lines, two of my favorite elements of art. So on your desk, you should have all different size circles. Please remember to take care of these circles. Don't tear them or throw them away. If you drop them, pick them up. That's because all the students in school are going to be reusing these circles. Please make sure you also put them in the table numbers, so that way everybody has the right amount of circles. So I'm going to take my circles and I am going to take a pencil and I'm going to go around them. That's called tracing. My pencil's kind of like a stencil. I want to take my time so I make a nice, clean, perfect circle. I can have my circle going off the edge of the paper if I want it to. And I can have my circles overlapping. Do you see how they go over top of one another? That's called overlapping. I want to do this 7 times, so I have 7 circles. Now maybe I get bored with the same one. I could change it up, so that way I have different sizes. 3, 4, 5. How many more do I need? That's right, 7. 6, let's make this one go off the paper, make it a little more interesting. And 7. Now, Mrs. Buller honestly went a little fast on that. Please make sure you're taking your time and being the best LC PAX leader you could be, which means always trying your best on your artwork. All right, so once you have 7 circles, you're actually going to go through and take a black marker and go over top of your lines. That's called outlining. So I went ahead and drew 7 circles earlier. They're different sizes. And I started taking my black marker and going over my lines. Now you really want to make sure you're taking your time, because you don't want to take your time drawing all those beautiful circles and then mess them up while you're outlining. See, Mrs. Buller's going a little fast. I want you to take your time so it looks nice and pretty and your lines are all neat. Mine are not because I'm rushing. I think it looks so interesting with all the different circles overlapping and running off the paper. It's okay if you accidentally get a little off the edge, because we can clean tables later, no biggie. All right, once I have all 7 outlined, the next part's a little different depending on what grade you're in. If you're in kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade, you're gonna keep it awesome just like it is. And you're gonna take your time coloring in all the different shapes on your paper. Now, if you notice, everywhere it overlaps, it makes a different shape. So I'm gonna color each one of these parts a different color. Now make sure you're using your crayons. My pencil sharpener is not working very well right now, so it's really important that we're using our crayons, taking our time, and being the best colors we can be. When you color back and forth in the same direction versus going back and forth like this and turning, if you go up and down the same direction, it makes nicer coloring. That's called coloring with good craftsmanship, because it looks pretty, and in the end, it's actually easier on your hand because you're not doing as much work, okay? So you're gonna keep going until all your pieces are filled and it looks really interesting. You wanna color your whole paper really nicely, taking your time. You could use as many different colors as you want. I like to use the same colors and repeat them, but it's really up to you. Now, if you are in 3rd grade, 4th grade, or 5th grade, my upper grade levels, the ones I have before lunchtime, you're gonna take it a step further. Instead of just coloring, you're gonna actually put some lines in your paper. We wanna make it look interesting. So you see these different pieces that overlap? You can choose to take some of those and make some lines in them. I want you to make them with pencil first. That way, of course, if you mess up, you can always fix it. Well, I am going to do mine in marker right now, just because I don't have a whole lot of time before announcements come on, and you don't want to hear that in the video. So everywhere where the circles overlap, I'm going to give it a little extra pizzazz by giving it some lines. Some of these, there's a lot of overlapping, so I don't have to do them all. I can skip on a few of them, okay? I'm going to put some in this one. And then I can actually go through and color these striped parts different colors too. And it really does make it look more interesting. It's a lot of fun in the end, the way that it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one too. Notice how my lines are going all different directions? That makes it look more interesting to look at for the viewer, because no matter how I turn the paper, it looks like a beautiful piece of work.